will open on the right. Line 1, North Finch.
Back at Union, leaving Toronto where we started it, with a train.
Hello everyone and welcome to Toronto's Union Station. Today we'll be riding on Via Rail, Canada's national railway, to Montréal, Gare Centrale.
There's our train, number 64, to Montreal. Boarding soon. There's a map of the entire Via network that I love to take. Like this one. The ocean service. That'd be cool. Corridor going there. Of course, the Canadian is the most iconic train in Canada. But it's a cool network that should also hopefully grow more in the future. Now entering the Via Concourse Hall. Entrance to the trains. There you go. Here's something pulling in. The GO trains. It also shows their on-time performance, which is really interesting. Seems to be doing pretty well. Boarding process is kind of chaotic. This reminds me a lot of Amtrak in Chicago. That's not a great thing, unfortunately. Alright, it's time to board. And here is our train. Your standard Via Rail coaches that look kind of funky. They're like hexagon. Have a GO train right there. This one's in blue. Looks like our coach has an even different design. There's some different paints here for Via Rail, which is pretty cool. There's 6 car 5. Ooh, it's a 40-year anniversary special scheme. And oh no, are we gonna be dotted? Where's seat 1? Oh gosh, please tell me we're not dotted. That would be terrible. And here we are, already at our seat. Mine has the tray table down. There we go. Welcome aboard Via Rail. I like how Via Rail has emergency exit window hammers. Smash the window. So the seats here on Via, at least in these cars, they do offer plenty of legroom. Obviously, because it's a train, you're going to get great legroom. We have our card pocket here, seat pocket. There's this tray table, which you like push this thing to the side, and then the tray table lowers. It's pretty big. You can't like move it closer to you or anything, but it is still pretty sufficiently sized. Put that back in. You have coat hooks on the seats. Here, a reading light. There is in-seat power as well down here. They have USB ports, which is useful. We'll test the recline. There's no one behind us. We're in the last row, which is also row 1. Well, I guess they already have recline. Or it's not working. Either way, we're not moving back. Oh, it's like it's this stupid venture seat where you move forward to recline. It's not that much recline either. So they are very much like venture seats. They even have like the venture headrest kind of deal. This is a little bit more substantial, which is appreciated. But the seats are leather. They're not the most comfortable, if I'm being totally honest. Better than like airline seats, but not much better. I guess I have a window shade. sleeper, I guess that's pretty good. Not a great seat, but also not a terrible seat. But probably will get a little bit tired of this after 5 hours. So I'll report back when that happens. Although I'll report back sooner with other fun stuff. There are also plenty of baggage racks, luggage racks here in this car, which is quite nice. Should be leaving here pretty soon. Also, what's interesting about Via Rail is that their city abbreviations are 4 letters. Unlike Amtrak, that is 3. So we have Montréal and Turto. Not really sure why they did that, honestly. I feel like 3 letters is easier, but I guess they want to differentiate themselves, maybe? I'm not really sure. I suppose if you have a whole bunch of stations that are very similar codes, it does. You have a whole bunch more options with 4 letters rather than with just 3 letters. We're off and exactly on time. Unfortunately, we're seated backwards, which really stinks. That is going to be a bit annoying, I guess, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, we are off on time, so that's a good start. There's our Go logo and the Go train back there. Of course, Union Station is also the main hub for Go. Now we're out in the sun. Beautiful downtown Toronto.
Good morning. Bonjour. Commencez English. Tab. And then slide the cover. Once you got the hammer, you can use it to break the 2 beads of glass. Hold the curtains to push the glass out something you get out of the trucks. You guys comfortable with that? Yeah. Where are you going today? Montréal for you. Perfect. Montréal, Gas Central, downtown. Downtown. Parfait. C'est assis à côté d'une sortie de secours. Sortie de lounge. De secours.
Passing a Go train over there. Slowly making our way outside of, we're definitely outside downtown Toronto by now, still in the city here, but we can definitely see some single family homes out here. Yeah, there's still some, I think so many apartments as well. There's a nice little dog park there. That would be kind of fun to just have a train in your backyard.
Train number 64 with the final destination of Montreal. We'll be making station stops in Gilwood, Oshawa, Cobourg, Belleville, Kingston, Brockville, Cornwall, and Dorval. For your safety and the safety of others, please familiarize yourself with the emergency features of your car by reading the pamphlet located in the seat pocket in front of you and by paying attention to all signage. Passengers traveling in economy class will be offered snacks and beverages at their seats. We ask you to consult the pamphlet in the seat pocket in front of you for a menu. You may use your cell phones and other electronic devices on board the train. However, to avoid disturbing other passengers, we ask that you please set your phones to the vibration mode and use headphones with all other devices.
So on the bridge.
All trains and station platforms are smoke-free environments, and the use of electronic cigarettes is also forbidden. Please note that any unsafe or disrespectful behavior towards passengers or crew will not be tolerated, and that the consumption of personal alcohol on board is prohibited. For the courtesy of passengers joining us en route, we ask that you please respect the assigned car and seat number located on your boarding pass. Should you require further information, please don't hesitate to ask a member of the crew. Thank you and have a pleasant trip. Bonjour, nom de Virail Canada, nous souhaitons la bienvenue bâtie du train numéro 64 à destination finale de Montréal, qui s'arrêtera à Gilwood, Oshawa, Cobourg, Belleville, Kingston, Brockville, Cornwall et Dorval. Pour votre sécurité et celle des autres, veuillez familiariser avec les consignes d'urgence prévues pour votre voiture en lisant les dépliants situés dans la pochette siège devant vous et en votre attention à la signalisation. Des boissons et des casse-croûtes seront offerts aux voyageurs de la classe économique. Nous vous demandons de consulter le pamphlet dans la pochette siège devant vous pour le menu. Vous pouvez vous servir de vos téléphones cellulaires et aux appareils électroniques au bord du train. Afin de ne pas troubler les des autres voyageurs, puis s'il vous plaît mettre vos téléphones en mode vibration et utiliser des écouteurs avec vos autres appareils. Nos trains équipés de gaz sont des environnements sans fumée et la cigarette électronique est également interdite. Veuillez noter qu'aucun comportement dangereux ou irrespectueux envers les passagers ou l'équipage ne sera toléré et que la consommation de boissons alcoolisées personnelles est interdite. Pour la courtoisie des passagers qui nous joignent en route, nous vous demandons de s'il vous plaît respecter le numéro de siège et de voiture indiqué sur votre carte d'embarquement. Si vous désirez obtenir des renseignements additionnels, n'hésitez pas à demander à un membre de l'équipe de bord. Merci, bon voyage.
We're slowing down here. Couldn't imagine we'd be making our first stop already. Maybe just a slower section of track or something. We have this cheeky little menu here for all that you may need. They come around with like a snack cart. There's not a cafe car, unlike Amtrak. Pedaling, but this is what you can. I mean, it's all for purchase, which is, you know, you. I hope that. I mean, Amtrak doesn't do it, but I hope that they would like come around with a cart that they would at least like give you water or some non-alcoholic beverages for free. But any way to make money. But it's a decent menu there, I guess. We also have our safety card. Here's the safety card. Safety card shot. Safety card shot. Right now you're looking at the safety card shot. We are already making our first stop, and it is also a go stop as well. I forgot what this one was. Gilwood. Not very far until that first stop here at Gilwood. I guess it sort of reminds me of like a Glenview in Chicago kind of stop on Amtrak. Hopefully we're not stopped here very long. But nice little station here. Oh, there's another Via train. How about that? Here's your business class cars that look really cool. That green color. So now we have a corridor train on both sides of the Gilwood station. Well, they left before us, the westbound corridor. Didn't see many people getting off of that train. And that's it. At the end of it. Hopefully we get to see an F40PH there. That's quite nice. And away we go again. Goodbye, go. There's still TTC buses all the way out here. Still in the TTC territory. We're definitely in suburbia now. take that hour in traffic. There's a big dough yard there. That's pretty cool. I believe we are still in Go territory. They go for a little ways. Quite a ways, actually. Suburbia. There's a Go bus. We're on our next stop here in Oshawa, which reminds me of Ocelot. This reminds me of that Pokemon. Oshawa or something. Here we have a Tim Hortons shipping container. It's actually a pretty cool modern station here. Kind of gives me a little bit of Amtrak vibes, but it's better. Well, it was a lovely short time in Oshawa. I will say that the tracks in Via are rather remarkably smooth so far. We're now getting quite rural here. I mean, we're still in some Toronto sprawl, but I think that might be a farm over there. I just missed it, but we passed one of the new Via consists. That's unfortunate. But that was cool to see for the split second that it went by. Cornfields, electricity. It's a beautiful day. Trains. Bridge. Welcome to Coburg. Two platforms here. There's three actually. These Via rail stations seem very modern. These aren't like the tiny stations that you see like for many Amtrak stations. Pedestrian bridges and everything. I don't know if this is just it's probably just a corridor thing. I don't imagine that they do this at all in the Canadian. But it's interesting to see. Maybe a lot of commuter rail stations, like the Sturtevant, Wisconsin station on the Hiawatha. This goes the Canadian National train. So this is the first freight train that we've passed by. Passed by so many corridor trains. This is the first. Passed by like 4 different corridor trains, and this is Canadian National. Lunch is served. Came around with the cart again. We have the banana bread here. That'll be fun. And we also have a falafel wrap. So we'll try what's what's in here. Hopefully this is good. Not that bad. It is. They don't have hot food, but it's a good wrap. Pretty good falafel, even if it's cold. I needed that a lot more than I thought I did. That was a really good wrap. But now it's time for the banana bread. Also very good. I'll say that the food here is probably better than what you'll get on Amtrak, which is that's a nice feature. Of course, you can't walk to like a cafe car, which is a nice thing about Amtrak. It does feel kind of like airline-y how Via is set up, but the food's good at least. Look, we might be approaching the station here. Zealous of the announcements on Via than on Amtrak, which whether that's a positive or negative thing, just sort of an observation, I guess. Amtrak can be
Belleville. Belleville is
There
the
it is.
station stop. La Gare de Belleville, Belleville Station.
Here we are at Belleville. Once again, a very modern looking station. Here's one of the new Via consists. The charger locomotive. Alright, that is that one. Stations is effectively the same as the last one, whatever that was called. A taxi paralleling us. Why are I guess there's a road there. It's not much of a road. We're just driving on rocks. Well, another Canadian National train. There's your building. People here waiting for their taxis. Because how else would you get around here? Another kind of Amtrak-y building. The windows are really interestingly placed. Here, the fact that there's no track next to us anymore. Either it's switched sides, or it's now single track. I don't know why we would switch to those having a passive train on the left of it. back yet, but still beautiful scenery.
De Brockville, Rockville Station.
Rockville, baby. That's a cute station building. Rockville. That was Rockville. This is definitely more classic. I think it's got the rail cross shifter. Definitely a bigger bathroom than like the ones on like the Amtrak cars. That's a cool sound horn there. And it's decently clean as well. I mean, we're most of the way through the trip. This isn't that bad. So, pretty cool view room. Bienvenue, we are in the Canadian province of Quebec. So not much further now until Montréal, Castle. Trying out my French pronunciations here, hopefully it's not too bad. The tunnel of trees room. Farm fields. All the farm fields. That's a cool shot for you river foamers out there. Oh wow. And now we're in, I forget what this commuter rail is called. We're in the Montreal commuter rail territory. Trestle. is the airport. Montreal Trudeau. On the cargo side, of course. Wish you could see a little bit more of it. Could do some plane spotting, but well, that might be the terminal. Might be the terminal through those trees right there. You can see a parking garage. And here is Cathédrale. This sounds like the best maintained platform. Seems like it's more of a commuter rail stop. Definitely, I feel like the quality of the stations has gotten down the more we've gone east. Oh, it's on a bridge though, that's kind of cool. The Via train, presumably waiting for us to pass. About to go under the REM. Will we get a REM sighting here? I think we're underneath the REM. I'm pretty sure those are the REM tracks.
Nous arriverons dans la gare centrale de Montréal, notre destination finale dans quelques minutes. Pour votre sécurité et celle de l'équipage, veuillez s'il vous plaît rester assis jusqu'à ce que le train s'immobilise complètement dans la station. Veuillez vous assurer que vous n'oubliez aucun état personnel à bord du train. Tous les passagers doivent se diriger en haut vers la gare. À la part de Via Canada et l'équipe de bord, nous vous remercions et nous vous souhaitons une belle journée. We'll be arriving in Montreal Central Station, our final destination this afternoon, in a few minutes. For your safety and the safety of the crew, we ask that you please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop inside the station. Please ensure you have all your personal belongings with you. All passengers must proceed upstairs towards the station. On behalf of Via Rail Canada and the entire crew, we thank you for traveling with us and wish you a pleasant day. Bienvenue à Montréal.
Bienvenue à Gare Centrale. Apologies for my terrible voice in the end of this video. What I didn't know is I was coming down with COVID, and these are my first symptoms, and I couldn't really talk. So we'll give a quick recap on Via Rail once we enter Gare Centrale.
There's our REM, baby. It's very busy too. That's great. Prochaine station, Gare Centrale.
So of course I have to compare Via Rail and Amtrak, myself being quite an avid Amtrak writer in the States. I think Via Rail is pretty much taking everything that Amtrak is doing and pretty much made it all worse, except for their cold food, which was pretty good, but other than that, the seats were not the most comfortable, at least on these corridor trains. The bag policy is very airline. Just the entire system really felt like you were treated like airline customers, and it didn't feel like the most train-friendly experience. So I will have to rate Amtrak higher than Via Rail. Sorry to all my Canadians out there. I'd love to try the Ocean and the Canadian, but for these corridor trains, really, it needs to be stepped up because it just felt like a glorified commuter train, really.
And here's where we are, right next to it. That's awesome.
I have 1 trillion. Yeah, you have 1 trillion.
And welcome to Montreal. Bienvenue. Thanks for joining me on this ride aboard Via Rail. It's a very fun experience. Entire train down here. It's like we'll be heading up these stairs, platform 14 at Gassenthal. And a very pleasant ride aboard Via today. Well, we're on the arrival board. Here we are. A very beautiful station here in Montreal. A little more modern than in Toronto. I like the old feel of the Central or Union Station in Toronto, but this is still very nice. Thanks for joining me on the ride on Via today. That'll do it for today's video. I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.